Okay, so let's discuss our next topic about the process of classless IPv for subnetting. First, we're going to discuss about the reverse subnetting. Ngayon, ano nga ba ang reverse subnetting? Ganito kasi, there are various problems which cannot be answered by forward subnetting. Yung forward subnetting, yung na-discuss natin from the last video, which is yung subnetting by host or network requirement. Ngayon, andito tayo sa part when we have to use a certain technique para masagutan yung some CCNA questions. Like the given address is subnetted na. Since meron na tayong basic knowledge sa subnetting, madali na sa atin to. We will discuss some scenarios na lumalabas sa CCNA exam na nagre-require ng reverse subnetting. Sige, proceed na agad tayo sa example problems. Here we can see a network topology. The question is, bakit yung PCA ay hindi nakakonect sa internet while the other two PCs can connect? Steps in reverse subnetting. First is to get the increment based on your new subnet mask. And finally, copy the classful address and add the increment where the subnet mask stops. Looks familiar? It is our step 4 and step 5 back in subnetting in host or network requirement, kaya it is much easier now kasi alam na natin kung paano ginagawa yun. So let's convert the new subnet mask into binary notation. Kung nasaan yung huling 1 sa pinakahuling octet na may value, yun yung increment natin. So our increment is 8. Okay? So, our next step is to copy the classful network address and add the increment kung saang octet huling nagkaroon ng value yung new subnet mask natin. So, sa 4th octet tayo mag-i-increment. As we can see, yung PCA ay nasa pangalawang slice ng subnet natin, while yung router, PCB, at PCC ay nasa pangatlong slice. Meaning, nagkaroon ng problem sa pag-configure kay PCA at nasa labas siya ng network range ng router kaya hindi siya nakakapag-communicate sa internet. Just a reminder, ito yung tinatawag ko na synonyms ng IP address at network address. Ngayon, kung may makikita tayong mga ganyang terms sa question sa CCNA, ay lang yung tinutukoy nila dyan. Okay, for our second example, what valid host range is the IP address 80.180.65.20/19 a part of? Ganun ulit yung process. First, let's convert the new subnet mask into binary notation. Kung nasan yung huling 1 sa pinakahuling octet na may value, yun yung increment natin. So, our increment is 32. So, our next step is to copy the classful network address and add the increment kung saang octet huling nagkaroon ng value yung new subnet mask natin. So, sa 3rd octet tayo mag-i-increment. Ngayon, magdadagdag tayo ng increment hanggang lumabas saang slice makakatapos yung 3rd octet which is 65. Since sa 3rd slice siya, lagyan na natin agad ng arrow. The question is, what is the usable or valid host? Yun yung network range na nasa pagitan ng network address mo at broadcast address mo. So, our valid IP is from 0.64.1 up to 0.95.254. How many subnets and hosts per subnet can you get from the network 180.30.50.10/23? In this scenario naman, hinahanapan tayo ng number of actual network and yung usable host natin per subnet. So, balikan lang natin yung formula natin from the past topic. Actual network is equal to 2 raised to new subnet mask minus original subnet mask, and for usable host is raised to 32 minus new subnet mask minus 2. You are designing a subnet mask for the 192.158.50.0 network. You want 30 subnets with up to 4 hosts on each subnet. What subnet mask should we use? Yan, sa problem na to, binigyan tayo ng number of networks and yung hosts. At pinapahanap kung anong new subnet mask ang gagamitin natin. Balikan natin yung step 3 sa subnetting. Paano natin kinukuha ang new subnet mask? Through our formula, na kapag network ang requirement, NSM is equals to OSM plus bits. Tas kapag host naman given, NSM is equals to 32 minus bits. We can use any of them, so walang problema dun. So our new subnet mask is /29. Okay, now, so let's proceed to our next topic, which is supernetting. It is also called route summarization or route aggregation. So basically, supernet is a range of network addresses na sinasummarize. Like for example, we have 500 network address na isa-summarize natin into one super network. As we know, routers advertise networks to their neighbors. Instead, na ipakita niya yung sandamakmak na network addresses, isang network summarize na lang to conserve router memory space. Okay. Steps in supernetting. Count the number of networks IP addresses to be summarized. What is the increment that is nearest or equal to the number of networks IP address? Get summary range. There are sub-steps in getting the range. First is to copy the classful network address. Then second, add increment to the octet where change in value happens. Fourth, get the NSM. And fifth, get summarized address. Okay, so we are going to supernet a classy network address. First step is to count the network addresses. In counting the network addresses, kailangan muna natin hanapin which octet yung may change in value. And then, i-minus natin yung larger value sa lower value. In this problem, yung fourth octet yung nagbago. So, 47 minus 40 is equals to 7. Tapos, 7 plus 1 is equals to 8 networks. Teka, bakit nag-add ng 1? Kasama kasi yung initial value ng range from the network address. Di pwedeng mawala yun, kaya palaging nag-add ng 1. Tapos, sa step 2 natin, tignan mo kung saan pinakamalapit or eksakto yung value ng number of networks mo sa increment. Ilabas natin yung naka-decimal notation ng binary digit. So, our increment is 8. For our step number 3, get the range. First is to copy the classful network address, then add the increment and stop pag nakita mo na kung saang slice pasok yung network range mo. So, pasok siya from 0.40 which is the lowest limit and 0.47 na highest limit naman. So, in step 4, we have to get the new subnet mask. In getting the new subnet mask, kailangan mo lang i-compare yung lower limit at upper limit ng range ng network address na isu-supernet mo. Tapos, kung saan sila nagkapareho na octet, automatic 8 bits na yon. Tapos, kung saan naman sila hindi nagkapareho na octet, iiwan mo lang na blanco. Iiwan, hindi na babalikan. Charot. Iiwan mo lang na blanco. This time, tignan mo yung step 2 mo. If saang bit nag-increment, count all the remaining bits onto the left. Tapos, yung total bits na yon, i-add mo sa mga 8 na nakuha mo sa mga octet na may pareho na value. So, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 5 is equals to /29. So, our new subnet mask is /29. And then, for our last step, we have to get the summary address. Just copy the lower limit of the range from the step 3 and the new subnet mask from step 4. Okay, yun na yun. Gets? Okay, gets. So, proceed tayo sa next nating example. We have to supernet the class A network 88.20.160.0/24 to 88.20.191.0/24. First step is to count the number of networks. In counting the number addresses, kailangan muna natin hanapin which octet yung may change in value. And then minus natin yung larger value sa lower value. In this problem, yung third octet yung nagbago. So, 160 minus 191 is equals to 31. Tapos, 31 plus 1 is equals to 32 networks. Teka, bakit nag-add ng 1? Kasama kasi yung initial value ng range from the network address. Hindi pwedeng mawala yung kaya palaging nag-add ng 1. Tapos sa step 2 natin, tignan mo kung saan pinakamalapit or eksakto yung value ng number of networks mo sa increment. Ilabas ulit natin yung naka-decimal notation ng binary digit na. So, our increment is 32. For our third step, get the range. First is to copy the classful network address, then add the increment and stop pag nakita mo kung saang slight pasok yung network mo, network range mo. So, pasok siya from 0.160 which is the lowest limit and 0.191 na highest limit. Pero bakit ganun? Naka 0.0 yung broadcast address mo, bakit hindi 0.255? Huwag ka malilito, okay? Kalmahan mo lang, beshi, huwag kang malito. We are just looking for the network addresses na papasok sa summary. We are looking for a summary range unlike sa subnetting na hinahanap natin yung network range. Okay, now, let's proceed in step number 4. We have to get the new subnet mask. In getting the new subnet mask, kailangan mo lang i-compare yung lower limit at upper limit ng range ng network address mo na isi-supernet mo. Tapos, kung saan sila nagkapareho na octet, automatic 8 bits na yon. Tapos, kung saan naman sila hindi nagkapareho na octet, iiwan mo lang na blanco, iiwan mo lang, paulit-ulit mo lang iwan na blanco. Tignan mo yung step number 2 mo. If saang bit nag-increment, count all the remaining bits to the left. Tapos, yung total bits na yun, i-add mo sa mga 8 na nakuha mo sa mga octet na may pareho na value. So, 8 plus 8 plus 3 is equals to /19. So, our new subnet mask is /19. For our last step, we have to get the summary address. Just copy the lower limit of the range from step 3 and the new subnet mask from step 4. Okay? Gets? Okay, let's proceed to our next example. First step is to count the number of networks. We have 70 networks, but this time, wala nang sasakto na increment. Yung 70 network, it is in between 64 and 128. So, ano dyan yung gagamitin natin na increment? Looking at the step number 2, ano sabi? Ano daw yung increment na sakto yung bilang ng network address or malapit? Walang sinabi kung higher or lower value. So basically, pwedeng gamitin yung kahit ano sa dalawa. Teka lang, wait pa, di ba? Paano yun? Sige, ganito yon. Kapag ginamit mo yung lower value na nearest, maaari kang mag-short sa network. It means, may hindi ka mako-cover. So, anong mangyayari doon? Yung mga hindi mo na-cover, isu-supernet mo ulit, edi ang haba. Yes, ganun talaga, magkakaroon ng multiple summarization. On the other hand, kapag yung mas malaking value na nearest ang ginamit mo, mako-cover na natin agad lahat, sigurado. At mabilis pa kasi isang supernetting lang yon. Ang problema lang, may mga tatamaan na networks na hindi naman talaga belong. Hindi talaga belong. So, nag-aksaya ka. Hindi efficient yun. So, my suggestion is to use the lower value, which is the increment of 64. So, magkakaroon tayo ng multiple summarization. So, step number 3, let's get the summary range. Let's do this. Go! This time, makikita natin na nag-fall siya sa second slice, which is 0.64 to 0.127. Pero, looking at the range, kulang talaga, no? Kulang talaga. So, magkakaroon ng gap from 0.62 at 0.64 at the same time, gap din from 0.127 and 0.131. Kagaya ng sinasabi ko kanina, magkakaroon tayo ng multiple summarization. So, set aside muna natin yung dalawa, tapos focus muna tayo dun sa unang isi-supernet natin. Now, in step 4, we have to get the new subnet mask. In getting the new subnet mask, kailangan mo lang i-compare yung lower limit at upper limit ng range ng network address na isi-supernet mo. Tapos, kung saan sila nagkapareho na octet, automatic 8 bits na yon. Tapos, kung saan naman sila hindi nagkapareho na octet, iiwan mo lang na blanco. Paulit-ulit tayo, iiwan mo lang na blanco. Tignan mo yung step number 2 mo is saang bit nag-increment. Count all the remaining bits to the left. Tapos, yung total bits na yon i-add mo sa mga 8 na nakuha mo sa mga octet na may pareho na value. So, 8 plus 8 plus 2 is equals to slash 18. So, our new subnet mask is slash 18. For our last step, we have to get the summary address. Just copy the lower limit of the range from step 3 and the new subnet mask. Since meron pa tayong remaining networks na isu-supernet, I'll just let you solve it. Kasi same lang naman magiging process nun. But this time, ang isu-supernet na is from 0.62 to 0.63 and 0.128 to 0.131. And this will be the answer. Okay, yan. Sige, proceed na tayo for our last topic. It will be the wildcard mask. Ano nga ba itong wildcard mask na to? It is simply kabaliktaran ng subnet mask. Diba sa subnet mask, we are pointing to the network octets. This time, we are pointing to the host octet. What do I mean? Sige, pakita ko sa inyo para mas maintindihan nyo. Tandaan lang, nakabaliktaran ng wildcard mask ang subnet mask. Sa class C na network, we have how many network octet? We have 3, diba? So, automatically, we have 3255 at isang 0. But in wildcard mask, baliktad naman, we have 3 zeros and 1255. For class B, ganyan, diba? Kung mapapansin nyo, nagbabaliktad lang yung placement ng 255 at 0. And for class C, kung sa subnet mask natin, we have single 255 and triple zeros. Sa wildcard mask natin, we have triple 255 and single 0. Gets? Gets na ba? Okay, good. Ito yung steps in getting the wildcard mask. Step 1, count the number of whole 8. Step 2, for the remainder, count where the value stops then minus 1. Sige, proceed tayo sa example. First is to count the whole 8. So, in slash 28, ilang multiples of 8 we have? 3, di ba? Tapos, we have remaining of 4 for our last octet. Kung sa subnet mask, magiging 255.255.255, di ba? Tapos, sa last octet, since we have remaining 4, magiging 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16, di ba? So, 255.255.255.240. Pero sabi nga natin kanina, kapag wildcard mask, yung 255 mo magiging 0. But this time, ang gagawin natin sa remainder natin is hahanapin mo kung nasan siya sa decimal notation ng binary mo. So, 16 yon. Kasi yun yung pang 4th bit mo. Ngayon, mag-minus ka ng 1, so magiging 15. Ito na yung wildcard mask natin, 0.0.0.15. Bakit nag-minus 1? Kasi ganun, kinukuha ang last octet ng wildcard mask, it is the value of your bit minus 1, okay? Ganun yung palagi, beshi, huwag ka na magtanong. Pero ganun talaga siya. Okay, so para mas maintindihan, proceed tayo sa example number 2. Slash 23, ilang multiples of 8? 2. Tapos we have a 2 remainder of 7. So, we have 2 zeros na. Tapos, count natin yung 7 bit from the left and kunin natin yung value sabay minus 1. So, the value is 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. So, we have 0.0.1. Paano yung last octet? Pag naubos na yun, bibilangin mo automatic 255 na yun. So, sa wildcard mask mo is 0.0.1.255. Okay, sa slash 12 naman tayo. How many multiples of 8? Isa lang, di ba? So, we have 1 0. For our remainder, we have 4. So, count natin yun, bits niya from left, the value would be 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. So, our wildcard mask would be 0.15.255.255. So, for slash 29 naman, how many multiples of 8 we have? We have 3, no? So, may 3 0 na tayo. Tapos sa remainder, which is 5. So, the value of 5 will be 8 minus 1 is equals to 7. So, our wildcard mask would be 0.0.0.7. Okay, for our last topic, actually madali lang to. Kasi It is just a combination of basic learnings natin from the previous lessons. Ito yung steps. Convert wildcard mask. 0 represent 1 piece of 8. Get remainder and add 1. Do reverse subnetting. Get the increment. Copy the class full net address. And increment to octet where subnet mask stops. Diba? So, combination lang ng wildcard mask at reverse subnetting. Okay, so mag-proceed tayo sa example para mas magets natin siya, no? We have class C address here, 192.75.11.32. Tapos, may combination siya na wildcard mask na 0.0.0.15. The question is, what is the range of the IP or network addresses na cover nitong address na to na ang kadikit niya is wildcard mask niya? Sa access list, may ganitong klaseng configuration. Bibigyan ka ng command tapos ang itatanong ano-anong network or IP addresses yung maaapektuhan ng access list na yon. Take note, yung access list na yon ay ginagamit sa security configuration kung saan pwede sila mag-allow or mag-deny ng certain addresses na maka-access. Yan. So, first step is to convert yung wildcard mask sa subnet mask. Ang gagawin lang ay titignan natin saan sa wildcard mask may huling value. So, yung 15, mag-a-add lang tayo ng 1, so magiging 16. This time, titignan natin sa decimal notation ng binary bit natin kung nasaan yung 16 or kung pang ilan bit siya. Diba kanina nung kumukuha tayo ng wildcard mask, yung multiple of 8 natin automatic magiging 0. So basically, kapag may nakita ka ng 0 sa wildcard mask mo, automatic 8 na yon. So we have tatlong 8, plus kung pang ilang bit yung 16, so 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4, so, ang subnet mask natin would be /28. Okay, so proceed na tayo sa second step. Gagawin na natin yung reverse subnetting. Diba una kukunin natin yung increment since yung last octet natin ay may value nung kinuha natin yung subnet mask. Ito ay yung 16. So, ang magiging increment natin ay 16. Which octet tayo may huling value sa subnet mask? Diba sa fourth octet? So, doon tayo mag-increment by 16. Since hinahanap natin yung range kung saan papasok yung address na 192.75.11.32. Continuous lang dapat yung pagkuha natin ng increment hanggang makita natin saan papasok yung 192.75.11.32. So, our answer would be 192.75.11.32 to 192.75.11.47. Okay, gets pa? Okay, so second example natin, class B naman siya. Yan, so first step is to convert yung wildcard mask sa subnet mask. Lang ulit natin yung nag-wildcard mask tayo kanina. Diba, kabaliktaran siya ng subnet mask. So, lahat ng 0 automatic multiple of 8 na yon at lahat ng 255 ay 0 na. So, may kita natin dito na meron tayong dalawang 8 tapos yung octet may value which is 31. Mag-add lang tayo ng 1 so magiging 32. And for the last octet, automatic magiging 0 na siya kasi 255. So, basically, mag-stop tayo sa third octet. Titignan natin sa decimal notation ng binary bit natin kung nasaan yung 32 or kung pang ilang bit siya. So, we have 28 plus kung pang ilang bit yung 32. So, 8 plus 8 plus 3 plus 0. So, ang subnet mask natin would be /19. Okay. Tapos, for our second step, gagawin na natin yung reverse subnetting. Diba una, kukunin natin yung increment since yung last octet natin na may value nung kinuha natin yung subnet mask natin ay 32. So, magiging increment natin ay 32. Which octet tayo mahuling value ng subnet mask? Diba sa third octet? So, doon tayo mag-increment by 32. Since hinahanap natin yung range kung saan papasok yung address na 165.120.64.0. Continuous lang dapat yung pagkuha natin ng increment hanggang makita natin saan pasok yung 165.120.64.0. So, our answer would be 165.120.64.0 to 165.120.95.0. O bakit 0 po yung huling value or huling octet, bakit hindi 255? Again, we are looking for a range na sinusupernet natin na address, hindi tayo nakakuha ng network range in subnetting. Okay? For our last example, we have a class A address. So first step is to convert yung wildcard mask sa subnet mask. Recall lang ulit nung nag-wildcard mask tayo kanina, di ba kabalik rin siya ng subnet mask. So lahat ng 0, automatic multiple of 8 na yon at lahat ng 255 ay 0 na. So makikita natin na meron tayong dalawang 8 tapos yung octet na may value which is 7, mag-add lang tayo ng 1 so magiging 8. And for the last octet, automatic magiging 0 na siya kasi 255. So basically mag-stop na tayo sa third octet, di ba? Titignan natin sa decimal notation ng binary bit natin kung nasaan yung 8 at kung pang ilang bit siya. So we have 2, 8 plus kung pang ilang bit yung 8. So 8 plus 8 plus 5 plus 0. So yung subnet mask natin would be /21. Okay, so tapos for our second step, gagawin na natin yung reverse subnetting. Diba una kukunin natin yung increment? So magiging increment natin ay 8. Which octet tayo may huling value ng subnet mask? Diba sa third octet? So doon tayo mag-increment by 8. Since hinahanap natin yung range kung saan pasok yung address na 60.20.16.0, continuous lang dapat yung pagkuha natin ng increment hanggang makita natin saan pasok yung 60.20.16.0. So our answer would be 60.20.16.0 to 60.20.23.0. O bakit 0 po yung huling octet? Bakit hindi 255? Again, we are looking for a range ng sinusupernet natin na address, hindi tayo nakakuha ng network range in subnetting. Okay?
Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.
May these examples give the knowledge you needed.
And if you do like it, please leave a big thumbs up and see you for our next tutorial. Bye!